Mabuhay! Good afternoon, class! Okay, so please take your seat. So for today, we will have our discussion of Chapter 6, which is the tour guiding setting. So of course, before we start, let me check your attendance first. Just say present lang po kung andito pag tinawag po ang inyong surname. Aguilar, Arsenal, Atienza, Bacan, Balba, Bayukot, Cleope, Corsiga, Tar, Enmel, Esguera, Garcia, Jerusalem, Laureles, Mabilangan, Ortega, Pacaira, Palabras, Pinlac, Pueblos, Ramos, Resuello, Saputil, Solon, Sunga, Velasco, Villarosa, Daza. Okay. So, lahat naman po ay present. So, for today, our discussion, it's only our last chapter before your final exam. Okay? So, for today, let's proceed with our discussion. For our learning objectives, at the end of the lesson, students should be able to explain the different tour guiding settings, basic skills required for effective tour guiding. Okay? So, andito na tayo sa last chapter, which is you need to deliver a commentary. So, this will, and then next one, appreciate the importance of leadership, communication, listening, and research skills in providing quality tour experiences and ensuring tourists naiba ang uniform because they will have their presentation. So later on, i-apply na natin our learning objectives number 3, wherein you will demonstrate or deliver a tour guiding commentary. Okay? So, but before that, so let's have our discussion. So we have guided locations we all know as a tour guide. Okay? So meron tayong iba't ibang location where we can apply our commentaries or wherein we can deliver our spells. Okay? So what are those locations? The following locations. Number 1, inside the vehicle. Oh, please read, Enmel.
Inside the vehicle. Type of vehicle. Air conditioned or no air conditioned. Seating arrangement. Type of condition of sound system. Entry, exit, points. Noise level, safety measure.
Okay, ginagamit din po natin yung different vehicles na yan when we are going to conduct a tour guiding sessions or pwede rin po, di ba kapag talaga tayo ay nagtutour, yan naman po talaga ang mode of transportation na ginagamit natin. Okay, so inside the vehicle, so the type of vehicle. So usually, paano ba natin ma-identify? Kailangan natin i-consider kung ilan yung turista na makakasama natin for that day. Like for example, kung 12 packs po yung tourists and van, okay? So pag meron tayong tinatawag na large group or mga nasa 30, 40 or merong mga 50 packs, anong pwede nating gamiting transportation? It's the bus, okay? Kasi nakadepende din po dun yung comfort nila all throughout the tour. Then next one, it's either air-conditioned or non-air conditioned. We have sitting arrangement. And then another one, type and condition of sound system. So usually, kapag mga tourist bus po, is meron tayong sound system sa loob ng bus, right? Kasi syempre, sa sobrang laki ng bus, ay hindi po marinig yung boses natin sa pinaka-kalikuran. Kaya naman, meron po tayong mga microphones, mga sound system, and actually, meron din pong mga televisions, may mga speakers doon sa loob ng bus, para yun po yung magamit nating mga tour guide kapag tayo ay nagko-conduct level and safety measures. Even though tayo ay nasa loob ng isang vehicle, kailangan natin palaging i-remind ang safety measures. Like for example, ay yung mga entry and exit points. Though usually dito sa Philippines, 'di ba, isa yung entry at exit points ng mga bus natin dito. So lagi nating just in case of emergency, during our commentary, dinidiscuss natin kailangan nating i-discuss sa ating mga tourists na during emergency ay huwag pong magkakagulo kapag po lalabas ng vehicle, just in case na, kunyari ay common here in the Philippines is yung nasusunog, for example, si bus, and ng bus, ganyan, para maiwasan pa po yung mas malala pang aksidente. Okay? And then next one, we have inside a building. So Emerald, please read.
Inside a building, type of building, entry exit points, fire exits, location of comfort rooms, regulations regarding flow of traffic and prohibitions, voice level, crowded areas, ascending and descending stairs.
Okay, so thank you so much. For inside a building, isang vehicle tayo pag papunta tayo sa isang tourist destination. And then pag pupunta na tayo sa isang destination, like for example, ay ang una nating pupuntahan ay museum. Ang museum, ano ba yung mga kailangan nating Number one, syempre, kailangan po ay kontrolin natin yung ating grupo. Mas maganda talaga na hindi po maghihiwa-hiwalay at magkakasama tayong lahat once na nag-start na tayong lumibot sa loob ng museum. Para maiwasan din po na maghahanapan pa tayo. Pero syempre, meron tayong tinatawag na free time. Kapag free time, inaalaw natin si tourist na mag-roam around sa destination for a specific period. Ang sasabihin ninyo ay sa lobby or sa entrance or exit points, doon tayong lahat magkikita-kita bago tayo sumakay ng bus. Pero may ibang mga pwede rin naman po as a tour guide. Yung iba po, pinapadiretso na doon sa vehicle. Pero kailangan nyo i-remind sila na kung sila ay babalik ng vehicle, kailangan alam nila kung ano, for example, the bus number and then the plate number. Kasi mataas po yung chance kung minsan din po ay may mga nakakasabay tayo. May nakakasabay tayo na kapareho ng vehicle na ginagamit. So going back, no, so the type of building, ituturo na natin yon sa ating mga tourists kung saan po tayo sabay-sabay na papasok and then saan po talaga yung pinaka-exit. Like for example, so in Pampanga, we have Jose Lingad Museum. In Jose Lingad Museum class, may kaliitan talaga yung museum na yon. And then, dalawa lang yung pintuan doon. Isa for entry at isa for exit. So, bago pa lang po pumasok ang mga turista or kung sino man, so, syempre, i-guide pa rin natin sila. And then, another one ay pagpalabas na sila doon, ay yung iba kasi nagkakamali. Pilit pa rin pong dumadaan sa entrance. Kaso mo, magkakasalubong sila kasi maliit lang talaga yung museum na yon. Kaya naman tayo as a tour guide, ang role natin is to remind them na dito po yung exit, dito kayo lalabas. Huwag niyong sasalubungin yung lahat ng napasok. Okay? And then another one is the location of bumababa-matic ng mga vehicles ay talagang minsan ang kaunahang tanong ay yun po yung mga common na tinatanong din ng ating mga tourists, which is kailangan alam natin doon sa building na yon kung saan ang comfort rooms. And then we have the regulations regarding flow of traffic and prohibitions. So we have what we call foot traffic So syempre, kung ang isang part na to is designated entrance siya, so hindi tayo doon pwedeng mag-exit. As a tour guide, paulit-ulit tayo, i-remind natin ang ating mga tourists kung sa the boys level. So usually, kapag mga museum, 'di ba, kailangan po ay yung boses natin ay hindi po ganun kalakas kasi pwedeng makaapekto po 'yon sa other group na nagtutour around the area ang ating boses. Dapat kailangan din natin sabihin sa ating mga tourists na 'wag po masyadong maingay at makinig lang po sa ating mga sinasabi. And then next one, we have the ascending and descending stairways. Okay? So, syempre, kailangan po ay i-guide din natin si tourist, lalo na kung aakyat ng mga hagdan, ganyan. Syempre, baka po magkaroon ng aksidente. Kaya yun po, marami talaga tayong roles bilang isang tour guide. Okay? And then next one, next location is the open areas. Okay? So, Ohas, please read.
Open areas, direct presence of other tour groups or individuals, number of people, regulations regarding the prohibition.
Okay, pagdating naman po sa open areas, ito, medyo challenging to as a tour guide. Kasi syempre, ang open areas, sobrang lawak. sobrang lawak, paano kung sobrang dami ng turista na bibisita doon sa location na yun for that day? Paano natin makokontrol yung ating grupo na talagang wala pong mawawala? So actually, at some point, hindi siya may iwasan. Pero syempre, mas maganda na rin na palagi tayong magbibigay ng roles sa kanila bago sila bumaba ng vehicle or kapag nakapila na sila, pagbaba nila. So usually, ano po yung gagawin natin sa open areas? Number one is, pwede tayong magkaroon ng mga body system. Wherein, pumili ka ng partner mo, just in case na kayo ay hiwalay, at least ikaw ay may kasama. Yun yung i-remind natin sa kanila. And then next one, kung ayaw naman po kung ayaw ng grupo, kasama ng grupo natin. Okay? And then ito pa, so pagdating kasi sa open areas, lalo na kapag mga estudyante, lalo na kung mga medyo bata or mga high school, yung magiging tour participants ninyo, or yung mga magiging tourist ninyo. So pagdating po doon ay, syempre may mga malilikot, 'di ba? May mga makukulit na talaga naman kung saan-saan po pumupunta. Kaya naman challenging pagdating sa mga open areas. Pero as a tour guide, gagawin po talaga natin ang lahat na sama-sama lang tayong iikot sa area. And then ito pa, another one ay kung talagang gusto pong humiwalay nung iba, pag nagkakaroon po ng tour, like gusto talaga nilang maglibot pa, bukod doon, lalo na kung may mga free time pa, pwede nating gawin na alam dapat natin yung contact number nila, and then syempre ay mas maganda na matatawagan natin sila ng mabilis kapag po ay nahuli na sila or hindi sila nakabalik doon sa ating vehicle. Okay, so mas maganda na meron kayong contact number and then lagi lang natin sasabihin na one area, for example, Luneta Park. Okay, so sobrang lawak ni Luneta Park, we have designated trash cans or trash bins na nililimitahan natin yung pagkakalat doon sa area. Re-remind natin si tourist na please, lahat po ng kalat ay itapon sa designated trash cans or trash bins. Kung wala pong nakita ng mga trash cans or trash bins na yan, ay ibalik po lahat ng kalat pabalik doon sa vehicle na ating sinasakyan. Okay? So, next types of commentaries. So, actually, these types of commentaries is, I think, makikita ko later sa inyong presentations. Okay? So, for the types of commentaries, number one, we have required. Okay? So,
Introduction of yourself and the driver. It also includes a brief description of the base work, designated staff, and points of interest.
okay. So, pagdating po sa required, the introduction of yourself, our coach captain, okay? So, si coach yung tawag natin sa ating bus driver. And then, another one is it includes the brief description of the taste tour. Syempre, kailangan natin i-orient pa rin si tourist kung ano po yung itinerary natin for today. And then another one is the designated stop for that day para alam po nila yung sequence ng gagawin natin sa buong araw. And then next one, we have informative. Okay, so informative, please read.
These are made up to the facts and figures and size and
Okay, so for the facts and information regarding a destination, it will fall under informative type of commentary. Wherein, dito po, class, sa informative po, kailangan lahat po ay accurate. Kailangan po hindi po gawa-gawa yung inyong sinishare sa ating mga tourist na mga information. So, pagdating po dito sa informative type of commentary, palagi po kayong matuto kayong magbasa ng magbasa regarding a specific destination or the itinerary na pupuntahan ninyo. And then another one, just in case po na may mga random questions, si tourist na, ay ma'am, wait lang natin ang question ninyo. Just give me enough time para po masigurado ko na tama ang isasagot ko sa inyo. Okay lang naman po yun. Mas maganda pa rin po na sabihin ninyo yung totoo, pero in a nice way, wherein yung yung maganda pa rin yung pagde-deliver ninyo, hindi nyo sasabihin, ay, hindi ko alam, wait lang. Pwede wag na yung question na yan, yung mga ganyan. Wag naman ganon, okay? So, once na research nyo na or nalaman ninyo yung sagot doon, pwede po ninyong balikan later on. Okay? Basta wag nyo pong kakalimutan yung mga questions ni tourist ay dapat masagot nyo pa rin po. Okay? Then next one, we have requested. So requested, Ning, please read.
Requested. It includes all answers to questions posed by the tourist.
Okay. So for the requested type of commentaries, of course, lahat po naman ng tourist ay meron niyang mga katanungan. Okay, kahit mga random questions lang, lalo na kapag may mga tourist talaga na curious na malaman yung mga information regarding a specific destination, kapag first time po nila na pumunta doon, talagang meron silang mga questions. Okay? So, as a tour guide, it's your role to answer those questions. Pero again, so inuulit ko po sa inyo na wag po tayong gagawa ng kung ano-anong kasagutan lang para lang masabi na, ay, naitawid ko yon. Okay? Naitawid ko yon kahit naman po mali pala yung sinabi natin, bawal po iyon. Okay? Lagi niyong tatandaan, accurate lang. These are the ad-lib commentaries. Ano? So, di ba, during a tour guiding session, syempre, kahit meron kayong mga spells na inihanda, may mga spells kayong inihanda, right? Pero, may mga random talaga na pumapasok din sa isip ninyo, lalo na kapag andun na kayo sa moment eh. Like, kahit hindi planado yon, meron kayong mga masasabi din na hindi naman po kasama dun talaga sa spell na gusto ninyong sabihin. At okay lang po iyon. Okay? Mas maganda kasi na as a tour guide, di ba, it's tayo din kasi bumubuhay eh. Bumubuhay doon sa tour. Kaya naman, kung ano po yung mga pumasok natin na talaga namang na akma doon sa moment na yun, is talagang nasasabi natin. Lalo na kapag yung mga participants or yung mga tourists natin ay talaga namang sobrang tataas ng energy, talagang nakikipagbiruan sila. So tayo sa tour guide, syempre, sasakyan lang naman natin kung ano po yung kanilang sinasabi, ganyan, di ba? May mga humor din talaga, no? Nakadepende rin po sa mga tao na kausap natin. And then next one is that, pagdating po doon naman sa mga, pagdating naman doon sa mga witty stories or mga trivia, maganda rin po yan na nag-share tayo ng mga random trivias. Like for example, if we're here in Silang, and then pupunta tayo ng Tagaytay, okay? So, pag papunta tayo ng Tagaytay, ano ba yung pwede nating madaanan along madaanan dyan. Like for example, dun sa may Barangay Santol is merong mga pinyahan. Pwede tayong mag-share ng mga trivias about silang na ang silang ay kilala talaga na one of the products ay pinya. Okay? So, kaya naman yon. Yun po yung mga pwede rin natin i-share. And then, meron din tayong mga monuments dyan na pwede ninyong magbigay kayo ng story or ng kanilang background regarding that monument. Bakit nakatayo yung monument na yon? And then, sino ba yung nasa monumento? At anong story behind that? Kung bakit sila optional type of commentaries. Okay? So, di ba may mga random questions sila, tapos tayo din is magbibigay tayo ng ating mga information regarding that. So, mas mahalaga din talaga during tour guiding session is that meron din tayong interaction with our tourists. Okay? So, for the type of commentaries, so anyone who would like to start? So, yes, Isabel?
Start ko rin yung number of points required. So, dito po, syempre po, wala ko pinagis yung sarili mo sa mga tourists. Syempre, para makilala nila yung driver. At the same time, is over sila kasi yung hanapin tayo yung tourists. So, good thing po sa first one, sa required is, syempre, kailangan sila mabigyan ng brief description about your tour. At dapat sabi ko sa kanila kung ano yung pagkakasunod ng tour. Kasi syempre, dapat alam mo rin kung ano yung mga bawal sa tourist. Like for example, sa religion, dapat aware ka dun. And then, at the same time, is yung mga stops. Like for example, pwede kayo mag-stop sa gasoline station in case na may mga tourists na gusto mag-CR, gano'n. And yung mga points of interest, like for example, yung mga park na saan and then, mga lang po is informative. Yun sa informative, syempre kailangan mo magbigay ng mga facts. And dapat yung mga facts na yun is, dapat may pinagawa sila. Hindi pwede yung gawa-gawa mo lang. Kasi yung tatandaan ng mga tourists. And then, nangat po is requested. So, requested ng mga tourists. May yung mga answer sa mga question ng mga tourists. And, may ko lang sabi naman na dapat yung mga answer na yun is based on facts. Hindi siya ready sabi ko lang kasi wala
Okay, so thank you so much, Isabel. Are we clear with the type of going to deliver a commentary or when we are going to create a commentary? So number one class is leadership skills. So please read. Nakalino na ako? Please read, Iha.
First is leadership skills. Your guides not only manage, they also lead. As leaders, they take the initiative and use their listeners in interaction toward the achievement of certain goals.
Okay, so pagdating po sa leadership skills, no, para going back to, I think, chapter 1 ay na-discuss na, or chapter 2, na-discuss na natin si leadership. Okay? So as a tour guide, you are the leader of the group. Okay? So lagi kong sinasabi, kayo ang buhay ng tour. Kaya naman, class, kapag po nagko-conduct or when you are going to deliver a commentary, please, okay, so tawag dito, ano nyo yung sarili ninyo na talagang ready kayo, prepared kayo when you're having a tour, okay? So, or when you're going to have a tour guiding session, okay? And then next one is pagdating sa leadership skills, tulad nga nabanggit kanina ni Isabel, meron talagang mga boring moments, ano? So, lalo na kapag hindi talaga na, interactive yung grupo. So, as a tour guide, kayo yung bubuhay. Kayo yung gagawa ng paraan para magkaroon ng engagement between you as the tour guide as well as the tourist. And then another one, lalo na kapag meron tayong tinatawag na mga joiners tour, di ba usually pag joiners tour, hindi naman po masyadong magkakakilala talaga yung ating mga tourists doon. So tayo as a tour guide, gagawa tayo ng paraan, may maganda po silang experience. Okay? And then next one, we have communication skills. Yes?
Communication skills. The skill of communication is hard work. It requires concentration. It is a skill that can be developed and that can translate over self and young.
Okay, so pagdating sa communication skills, it is important. Okay? So pagdating po dito, no, so kailangan, I think, third year naman na kayo na develop nyo na si communication skills. Meron pa bang nahihiya dito? Wala na. Dapat wala na. Okay? So tayo ay eto na, patapos na tayo ng tour guiding. So dapat ay confident na po kayo na humarap sa maraming tao. Kasi lalo na kung ang gusto ninyong career ay maging isang tour guide, talagang kailangan nyo pong humarap. Pwede ba may tour guide nakatalikod? Pwede ba yon? Siyempre hindi po. Kailangan ay nakaharap kayo doon sa inyong mga turista. And then syempre, bukod naman sa mga turista, meron din tayong tinatawag na mga suppliers. Ang mga suppliers, di ba? Kayo din po yung kakausap sa kanila na nag-arrive na yung grupo ninyo. And then yun po, pwede na kayong lumibot, for example, dun sa destination. So, yun nga po, na-cover na natin si objective number 1 and objective number 2. We will proceed with our learning objective number 3, which is you need to demonstrate or deliver a tour commentary. Okay, so next one, let's have your group activity. For your group activity, we will be having a Cavite tour guiding presentations. So dito, kaya naman, hindi naman halata na naiiba yung kanilang outfit, ano? So dito po, so ulitin ko yung instruction. And then prepare a day tour itinerary that includes 3 major tourist attractions within the chosen city, lunch or merienda, and then where tourists can dine during the tour. And then the last one, provide a brief description, notable facts, and highlights for each attraction and meal stop included in the itinerary. Okay? So, I think aware kayo doon sa inyong presentations na since sabi ko na rin naman last time. So, for our criteria, ulitin natin. Criteria, lagi po nating tatandaan. So, we have criteria number 1, accuracy and content, 20 points. Okay? And then next one, we have organization and flow, 15 points. And then delivery and voice quality, 30 points. So mataas po ang puntos natin for delivery and voice quality kasi yun naman talaga ang aim natin dito sa tour guiding. Okay? It's you for have to a good delivery or excellent delivery of your prepared commentary or spiels. And then next one is number 4, we have professionalism and tour guiding skills. So for this one, we have tour guiding etiquette, your posture, gesture, confidence and proper tour guiding techniques all throughout your presentation. And then the last one is time management. Okay, so for this one, you will have a maximum of 10 minutes to present. So this will just be a short presentation lang just to see kung talaga pong naintindihan ninyo kung paano po yung delivery ng ng inyong komentaryo. Okay? So, ready na po ba ang ating mga presenters? I-share nyo muna. Okay? So, we will have a... sorry.
Hello, our dear tourists! I am Max, may bibigayan to the Max na serbisyo. And teka, mag-Max ka muna. I am Alay, si Alay ang mag-aalalay sa bawat turista dito sa Amadeo. And together, we are Alaxin FR from Book and Book Travel and Tours. And we will be your storyteller, navigator, and an official photographer. Right beside us is our Manong driver, Ivan. Say hello to Manong Ivan. He'll be the one who driving us to a different places here in Amadeo, Cavite. So now, are you ready, tourists? Yes! We can hear you! Yes! Our time, so no one left get behind. Our time right now is 7 a.m. in the morning. A is for ask questions if you are unsure about anything. F, follow instructions carefully for your safety. And E is for enjoy the experience, have fun, and soak it all in. May we please have your attention for a quick head count from you, ma'am? 1, 2, 3, 15. All right, we're complete. And be reminded that when I raise this yellow flag and hear the whistle sounds like this, it means that it's time to roam around the place. When I raise the red flag and you hear the whistle sounds like this, it's time to go back to our tour bus. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to in case anyone feels unwell. We have basic medicines, antihistamines for food allergies, and first aid supplies for minor accidents. And if anyone experiences difficulties or hyperventilation, we also have a paper bag ready to assist. If you are that ready, always remember to enjoy every moment as we are about to explore the beauty, culture, and natural wonders of Amadeo, Cavite. Welcome to Amadeo, Cavite, the bold and aromatic Kapeng Barako that locals proudly produce. From here, Amadeo Municipal Hall, we're going to our first destination that will take 20 minutes and 3 kilometers in distance. Let's get started. Welcome to Tio Montans, one of the best spots here in Amadeo, Cavite to start your day. That's right, partner. And did you know that Tio Montans is good for morning visit because of its cool breeze and natural atmosphere. Plus, their breakfast is a must-try like their long silog and top silog. Better be paired with a hot cup of strong and aromatic Kapeng Barako. If you prefer something lighter, they also have pancakes, sandwiches, and freshly brewed coffee, perfectly while enjoying the perfect view and fresh air. Their breakfast is usually ranges from 55 to 205. That's right. And after your meal, you can roam around the area to know how the coffee is being made and processed. Don't worry because roaming around the area is free and open for all the tourists. Tourist, time's up. Let's make a head count. 1, 2, 3, 15. All right, we're complete. Next destination will take 20 minutes and 2 kilometers in distance. Let's get started. Boom. Now, we are here in Osaka Farm, known for its Japanese-inspired farm restaurant here in Amadeo, Cavite. This place is Japanese-inspired details from Osaka Notori and Akahashi Garden. They are open to 8 p.m. Beyond the coffee and restaurant, Osaka Farm also offers cozy cabin accommodation or Osaka Evento Kaijo that are usually available in overnight stays. And did you know what I love about this place, partner? What is it? For only 200 pesos, you can wear a traditional style kimono and you can roam around the place to take countless photos and selfies. Tourists, 15 minutes left, and later on, we will have our lunch here. Tourist, time's up. And for our lunch, Osaka Farm offers a mix of Japanese food and local favorites like their ramen, pasta, rice meals, desserts, and a variety of hot and cold drinks. Their offers are weekend buffets and other meal promos that prices start from 500 to 1,000. A bit pricey on the side, but the food is top tier and authentic as real Japanese quality. Cheers! 15 minutes left for you to enjoy your meal. Cheers! Time is up. We hope that you like your meal for our lunch for today. And before we go to our next destination, let me do a quick head count. 1, 2, 3, 15. All right, we're complete. And our next destination will take about 2.9 kilometers and 20 minutes to get there. Let's roll! Boom! Welcome to our second attraction, Amadeo Hidden Paradise. This site is recognized as a campground when you and your groups can relax and do recreational activities. Among its features is their traditional nipa huts and cottage-style rooms for you tourists to have a comfortable stay. The entrance is 395 when you can use all the available amenities. They also have swimming pools, board games, and campfire, creating an atmosphere for social interaction. Just a reminder to bring your own food and all the kitchen equipment is in the house. Have we have an activity today called Palarong Pambansa Team Building Edition. We need 2 groups to make sure that everyone will participate. And this game will last in 1 hour and we will give you an ample amount of time to prepare for our next destination. Serious, 15 minutes left for you to roam around the area. Serious, time is up. That was exhausting, di ba, partner?
Yes.
Napagod ka ba?
Sobra. Kayo ba? Napagod ba kayo? Nag-enjoy kayo?
Alright. That was we're glad to hear that. And before we go to our next destination, we're complete and our next destination will take about 3 kilometers and 20 minutes to get there. Let's go! Boom! Welcome to Ricardo's Coffee plus Classic Cuisine here in Amadeo, Cavite.
The restaurant features high ceiling, paintings and artwork, adding a creative and sophisticated touch to the overall ambience.
The price starts from 70 pesos to 850 pesos depending on what food or drinks you'd like to try.
You have 45 minutes left to eat and roam around the Ricardo, and later on, we will have an activity called My Fast and Future. We will have a group sharing activity with a person you just met on this tour. Tourists, 30 minutes left for us to roam the Ricardo. Tourists, time's up. Let's make a head count. 1, 2, 3, 15. All right, we're complete. I hope everyone is full and delighted by Ricardo. Prepare yourself for a last adventure that's awaits you. Just 3.4 kilometers in 25 minutes, we are approaching our last adventure. Boom! Now we are here in Baliti Falls. Just a quick guide on their entrance. The fee ranges from 160 to 200. This already gives you an access to both pools and falls.
Inside the area, cottages are available. The price starts at 500 pesos and that is already for 6 packs. And remember that there is a 200 pesos key deposit required for this.
Once you're inside, you have 1 hour and 45 minutes to swim in natural pool, picnic under shaded hut, jump safe ledges into water. And after that, we will be doing an activity called Group Story Chain that captures our Baliti Falls memories.
Tourists, 15 minutes left for you to enjoy the Balita Falls. Tourists, time is up. We hope that you are all having a great time today. Ikaw ba? Nag-enjoy ka ba?
Yes, of course. Kayo ba? Nag-enjoy pa ba kayo?
Alright, and again, before we go to our next destination, let me do a quick head count. 1, 2, 3, 15. Alright, we're complete. And our next destination is about 2.5 kilometers and 25 minutes to get there. Let's go! Welcome to Cafe Amadeo, our official pasalubong stop here at the coffee capital of the Philippines. Here you will find a variety of products such as Kapeng Barako, Arabica, Robusta, available in grounds or whole beans. Usually prices start from 150 to 400 depending on size or type. They also offer coffee facts, local food delicacies, and many more. We will give you 20 minutes to roam around the area, buy some coffee, and take some pictures. Tourists, 10 minutes left for us to roam the area. Tourists, time's up. It's time to head back to Amadeo Municipal Hall that will take 25 minutes in 4.5 kilometers in distance. Boom! And now, we are at our starting point. Nag-enjoy ba kayo? Yes. We hope that you all are having a great time today, and we hope that you were able to relax and enjoy the beauty of nature. Thank you everyone and hope to see you soon on our next adventure. Alaksin FR signing off. Paalam!
Good morning, our dear tourists.
How is everyone today? Are we all excited for our trip? I can't hear you. Alright, that's the spirit I wanted to hear.
That's great to hear. We are just excited to be your tour guides for today.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. I am Jessie or just call me Ate Ganda. Ate Jessie.
And I am Kuya Lemuel, or you can call me Kuya Pogi if you want.
On behalf of Kansaya Travel and Tours, we warmly welcome you. Today, we are taking you to the historic town of Kawit, a place rich in culture, heritage, and national pride. Has anyone here visited Kawit before?
Yes! Did you know that Kawit is known as the birthplace of Philippine independence? It is where the Philippine independence took place.
That's right. And as we explore, you will discover beautiful landmarks, inspiring stories, and the legacy of our heroes.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we guide you through the heart of Kawit, Cavite.
Before we begin, we kindly ask everyone to remain seated while the vehicle is moving. And please keep your belongings safe at all times. With that, let's have a quick head count. Starting with you, Mom. 1, 2, 3, 15. Great! Everyone is complete.
Before we finally start, please remember the word SAVE to help you have a smooth and enjoyable tour.
S, stay together. Please remain close to the group at all times so no one get left behind.
A, always be aware. Stay mindful of your surrounding and keep your belongings secure while moving around.
F, follow instruction. Please listen to your guide's direction to ensure everyone's safety and proper flow of the tour.
E, enjoy, relax, and take in the experience while we guide you to the heart of Kawit, Cavite.
Remember, stay safe and enjoy every moment of the tour.
A yellow flag is being raised like this. It means to roam around.
And if you wave like this, it means together.
So, okay guys, please settle comfortably in your seat. So now we're heading to our first destination. The Betty's Burgers and Milkshakes, so which is approximately
There's burgers and milkshakes, and this place is known for juicy burgers and creamy milkshakes.
So please settle comfortably in your seat. So please proceed inside. And now, don't forget to try their signature burgers and refreshing milkshake.
We will give you 1 hour to dine, and after eating, please assemble back at the entrance.
Tourists, it's time to roam around.
All right, tourists, time is up.
Breakfast was wonderful, wasn't it? Now we're heading to our next destination.
Can anyone guess where we're going? Here's a hint. It's where Philippine independence was declared. Anyone?
That's right, the Aguinaldo Shrine, the historic home of our Emilio Aguinaldo, our first president.
This iconic site is where Philippine flag was first waved on June 12, 1898, and marking our nation's independence.
You will enjoy a guided house tour of the Emilio Aguinaldo Shrine, and you can take a photo if you want.
We will arrive in just 10 minutes, and we will give you 1 hour to explore.
Tourists, it's time to roam around.
All right, tourists, time is up. Lunch. Lunch.
Now we're heading to our lunch stop, which is the Corset's Grill and Restaurant.
Busog pa ba kayo or ready pa for more food later? Because now it's time to recharge with delicious lunch at our next stop. Here you can expect flavorful barbecue and classic Caviteño dishes.
Okay, guys, you will have 1 hour to dine and relax and digest all that history.
All right.
Tourists, it's time to digest all that history.
All right, time is up. After our delicious lunch, now we're heading to the beautiful St. Mary Magdalene Church.
This St. Mary Magdalene Church is one of the prestigious or oldest Cavite State, oldest religious sites in Kawit, Cavite.
Yes, built in a Spanish colonial era, and it has been spiritual centers for centuries.
So here you can explore the church ground and take photos if you want.
We will give you 1 hour to explore this site, and please remember our signals: 1 whistle to roam freely and 2 whistles to gather back together.
Tourists, it's time to feel the presence of this moment.
All right, tourists, time is up. In about 10 minutes, we're heading to Cafe 506 for merienda. Sino ba dito yung mga coffee lover? Mag-ingay nga! Alright, this is a perfect place for all of you.
This cozy cafe offers good and flavorful coffee and snacks for our tourists.
Don't miss their pasalubong section where you can grab authentic treats that you can bring to your loved ones.
Okay, you can feel and express yourself here at Coffee and Cafe 506. So tourists, you have time to roam around.
Alright, time is up. After our delicious merienda, now are you ready to step back in time and walk in the steps or footsteps of our heroes?
So, bago ang lahat, sino dito ang mga kaya ipaglaban ang sarili nila ay hindi lamang pinaglaban ang kanyang pag-ibig sa bayan, kundi pag-ibig para sa bayan, di ba?
Tama.
And now, our next stop is Battle of Binakayan Side, a landmark for its revolutionary in the Philippines.
Yes, this is where Filipino revolutionaries achieved a major victory against Spanish forces in 1896 and showcasing our ancestors' bravery and determination.
Okay, tourists, it's time to roam around.
Time is up.
But before we heading back, please, we will meet at the service van and we will have our souvenir shop at Binakayan Market.
Here you will find handmade crafts and local delicacies that capture the spirit of Kawit Cavite.
And thank you so much. But before that, please do a head count first, starting with you, ma'am. 1, 2, 3, 15. Perfect. We are all complete. Tourists, it's time to roam around.
Time is up. After our incredible journey through Kawit, now we're heading back to Robinson Palapala for drop-off. But before that, did everyone enjoy today's tour?
Once again, I am Limuel.
And I am Jessie from Kagsaya Travel and Tours, safe travel homes, and we hope to see you again on your next adventure. Thank you for traveling with us today.
Okay, so class, thank you so much po sa lahat ng ating presenters. Palakpakan naman natin. Diba? Okay. So ito state ka aking feedback no regarding with the presentations. So for this one class, so for group number 1, so of course, kitang-kita nyo naman po at evident naman talaga, kulang ba sila sa energy? Hindi, okay? So kayo na mismo yung magsasabi niyan, okay? So and then another one is their interaction po, 'di ba? Kumbaga kayo yung parang turista. So dito natin nakita yun na yung interaction nila from the start of the tour up until the end of tour. Talagang merong connection. At yan po ang palagi ninyong tatandaan sa tour guiding. Kailangan magsimula pa lang ang tour up until the end of tour. Huwag natin kakalimutan na dapat palagi meron tayong interaction with our tourists. And then another one is pagdating po sa information. So, kitang-kita naman po natin na informative yung kanilang presentations and of course, ay syempre, tama, correct po ang kanilang mga shinare po sa inyo. And then next one is the confidence. Parang hindi confident. Char. Okay? So, dito naman po, di ba? So, pagdating po sa confidence, right? So, kitang-kita naman natin, class, na dapat gano'n naman po talaga. So, talagang parang the show must go on. Regardless po na, syempre, may mga pagkakataon na, sige, makakalimutan natin yung spells, pero laging naitatawid at hindi naman talaga halata eh. Okay, so yun po yun, magandang delivery. Yun yung palagi nating tatandaan. And then another one is, of course, yung mga required. So nakita nyo naman po from the start, in-introduce nila yung sarili nila. And then another one is pinakilala si ating coach captain na napagkagwapo. Kung sino man yung inilagay niyong mukha doon. And sino yan? Si Ivan. Wow! Iba ang atake mo doon. So next one ay pagdating po sa ating, doon po sa mga part na merong mga optional, syempre merong mga ad-lib moments, but still, it's not really masabi mo, ay, nag-ad-lib ba sila doon? No. Okay? So, of course, meron din yan. And then another one is the clear pronunciation. Wala silang any sound system or mga lapel. Pero clear po talaga ang kanilang boses at narinig at naintindihan natin ng maayos. And then the last one is, you're able to catch your audience attention. Kasi, paano nyo masabi, ma'am, na nakatch yung attention namin? Nakikinig kayo sa kanila, tapos sumasagot din kayo sa kanila. Okay, so yun din po yung kahalagahan. Maganda rin po na sumasagot sa inyo si tourist, lalo na kapag may questions kayo. Kasi doon nyo po nakikita kung talagang nakikinig at talagang interested sila doon sa ginagawa po ninyo. Okay? So, for your score, you got 100 over 100. And then next, let's have group number 2. For the group number 2, okay? So, for this one class, so number 1 din napansin natin is the interaction with you tourists. You ask questions and then si tourist po ay sumasagot or your classmates po ay sumasagot. And then another one is their reminders before the start of the tour, the SAFE na acronym, S-A-F-E. Mahalaga rin po yun na lagi ninyo sinasabi yung mga reminders or your instructions or your mga rules pagdating po sa tour guiding. Kasi, di ba kanina nabanggit natin, leader. You are the leader of the tour. Kaya naman, so you can share your rules when it comes sa tour guiding na talaga namang susundin ng lahat ng ating tourists. And then another one is your gestures. Yes, evident talaga parehas na grupo yung kanilang mga gestures na talagang interactive, di ba? Merong tumatalol, ganyang epekto. So, meron naman po yung sabay sila, synchronize sila pagdating sa kanilang mga gestures. Nakakatulong din po yung gestures sa pag-relay ng ating message. Kumbaga, parang yung gestures yung isa sa paraan natin ng pag-deliver natin ng mga words, which is common po yun sa atin, right? Na meron talaga tayong gestures pag nagsasalita. And then another one is, meron lang naman akong napansin na konti lang naman. I think there's konting signs of nervousness between the presenters. Pero still, I know may mga ad-lib moments na nangyari. So, syempre, may konting nervousness medyo nakakalimutan natin yung spells. Pero still ay naitawid pa rin nila at dire-diretso pa rin po yung kanilang commentary na ginawa. So, very good pa rin po doon. Kasi alam ko naman, class, na meron tayong nararamdaman na kaba pag nagpe-present tayo, lalo na dito pa lang po yung ating mga setup. So, medyo may mga kinakabahan din talaga tayo pagdating ng mga presentations. But still, sabi ko nga, the show must go on. Naitawid at naging maganda ang performance. Okay? And then another one is still, dito, nakanote din sa akin na they continue with their spells even though na may part na parang nakalimutan, pero still ay nagkaroon ng ad-lib moments na ang bilis nilang nakaisip na dire-diretso lang po yung kanilang presentations. Okay? So, and with that, so for your score class, you got 93 over 100. Okay? So, yun lang. So, thank you so much po sa lahat ng ating mga presenters. So, very good po, no? Sana class or reminder lang since this will be our last discussion, So, yung sa mga natutunan po natin sa tour guiding from our previous presentations, I know, ready po kayo pagdating sa pagiging isang tour guide. And then, lalo na pag may time na kayo ay third year na, magpo-fourth year, and we have OJT, alam ko, pag kayo ay nag-OJT sa mga travel agency, is kayang-kaya nyo pong mag-act as a tour guide. Okay? So, kitang-kita naman natin yan sa mga naging presentations po natin. So, yun po, since this will be our last chapter, reminder lang po for your final exam. So, for your upcoming final exam is mag-review po kayo ng mga chapters po nating di-discuss for the final term. And then, still, pagdating po ng inyong final exam is, ganyan pa rin po ang mga suot ninyo, naka-core po na po lahat. And then, another one is, yun po, good luck po sa lahat ng inyong exam at nawa ay konting-konti na lang. Matatapos na natin to lahat. So, yun lang, class. Thank you so much for today. So, I'll see you on your final exam. So, yun lang po. Thank you so much and ingat po kayong lahat.